Firebat's probably gonna use the Warlock against the Warrior. I mean, that's kind of like the go-to. Do you really want to play Hunter against Warrior? No, you don't want to do that. You want to save the Hunter for the Druid as well, right? So if it all lines up correctly, it might be really, really good for Firebat.
Yeah, I think Firebat is definitely going to try to take out D2's Warrior with Warlock, and then maybe he'll lose the Warlock to Druid, and then maybe he'll win Hunter or Druid.
Right.
Yeah. So that is what happens.
So a little bit behind here, but if he does win this matchup, then he is a definite favorite to win the whole series. Starting hand, not too exciting for both players.
Looks like it's going to be a mulligan.
That's all I want to say. D2 is keeping the shield block because, why not? You're just going to cantrip in anyways. One Twilight Drake for Firebat and one BGH as well.
Yeah, so a couple of nice cards. D2 actually has a fairly nice hand as well, I believe. Although he doesn't have any BGHs and he doesn't have execute, so. But Backlight is a pretty good 3-drop here.
Oh, it's a beautiful 3-drop, especially if you're Warren, right? Tap again, Firebat. Next turn, he could choose to coin a Twilight Drake, but he can't follow up with the Giant, so he might do something different here. Fire War Axe is actually pretty important in this matchup, because if your opponent does Farseer in turn 3, for example, then you don't want it to chip away your armor. You just want to deal with it now. So, yeah.
Exactly. And the Farseer also threatens the free kill on the Acolyte. I mean, yeah, the Acolyte, so. Yeah, looks like tap. Okay, so tap coin.
Tap coin Watcher.
Watcher, yeah.
Sure.
Once you tap, you're committed to using the coin because you have 10 cards, so you'll discard a card.
Well, he was kind of thinking of the Watcher already, so you might as well just mulligan the coin. Like, you don't need it anymore, right? Yeah. Your hand is, like, fine to play Giants and Drakes.
Exactly. You effectively cycle your coin for another card, and I definitely think it's the correct decision here.
And I don't think D2 kills the Watcher here. I mean, ooh. It's gonna gain the value from Acolyte immediately, I would imagine, with this play. Just draw 2 cards, because Rowan really, I mean, what are you gonna use Rowan for against the Handlock deck, right? So
yeah, I think D2 is really looking to cycle into executes and shield slams, because right now he has no answer, or BGHs, because he has no answer to these Drakes and Mountain Giants, and unfortunately he doesn't actually draw into an answer. Oh, actually that's kind of an answer.
Yeah, that is. I mean, a 5-drop is a Belcher, and now Firebat is looking to face a Belcher, and then a Sylvanas, and then a Dr. Boom, and then the Rag. That's pretty dangerous if you ask me.
Yeah.
He's playing for 1 mana behind as well, so because he used the coin, so he can't do something like coin Sylvanas this turn, which would have been pretty good. Oh my God, the owl for Sylvanas later. Such a big.
Yeah, the owl's a super important pickup here. Looks like Firebat just going to tap Giant, try to develop some of these 8/8 sunboard and kind of force your opponent to have the answer to it. So.
Well, there's an answer for you. Unfortunately, though, you can't play Sylvanas and execute here.
Yeah, so you're kind of wasting your mana, huh?
Exactly. So, wow, is the Fire War Axe pickup here to kill the Twilight Drake, I believe, and then Armor Swift would just hit and use execute, right? That would be.
I guess he uses his mana here. Do you armor up here, or do you use shield block?
I feel like you kind of want to use shield block, right? You have a taunt up, you don't really vulnerable to Soulfire, and you do want that shield slam, right?
Exactly. I think he probably should use shield block. Oh, what? Doesn't even execute.
Wow. That's interesting. I mean, wait, does he even attack with the armor? He didn't even attack with the armor swift for 1 damage.
Oh. I guess he's trying to play around Molten Giant. Sometimes you want to stop much before. Sometimes a lot of people stop at like 15 or 18 or something, but a lot of times you just want to stop far beyond that range if you want to take the game really slow. So.
Yeah, but look at this. D2 is going to be rewarded a little bit because the Owl is now going to not be used on the Sylvanas. BGH top deck here by D2 is going to be humongous. He can clear the board here.
Yeah, and he really needs to after taking that damage. Wow, D2's taken so much damage this game. Even just one, I think he's attacked 2/4 attack minions, the Ancient Watcher and the Twilight Drake, and then 1 attack from one of these Mountain Giants has gotten him so low here. So he definitely has to clear this board. Can't afford another 8 damage hit.
I think I do like the shield block here first. That's definitely a good way to go around things. Belcher is not going to be good here, but this is a ward clear, definitely, for sure. Valuing the armor a little bit more just because they play around Mortal Core, I believe.
It makes sense, but you know, you have to think about if Firebat used Mortal Core last turn, or if he had the 1 mana extra. So kind of forgot how that went, but you can kind of get a read in this situation depending on what happened last turn a lot of times.
Right. And okay, so Belcher comes down here. D2 can remove it in the multiple ways. One of the ways is just to YOLO rag and establish it on the board.
Yeah, it's pretty risky though, because if the Ragnaros hits face, you put Firebat straight into like the perfect Molten Giant range, which is kind of scary.
So would you consider Dr. Boom here? Because even if it gets removed from Siphoned Soul or whatnot, you still have the 2 bombs left over, right?
Yeah, you can consider... What about Sylvanas here and don't attack? That way, you can't...
He's gonna trade and actually do the Dr. Boom play. I'm okay. I'm indifferent about this.
Dr. Boom is putting a lot of pressure on the board, and it's also maybe not even the damage it threatens, but more like the ability to trade for Firebat's minions. Because I think how D2 wants to win this game is to slow this game down, and you know what I mean, and not die, right? Because he really wants to win the game with a Grom combo, and he doesn't have it. Like, he wants to slow the game down until he can draw Grom. So
okay. That's a good strategy. Now, Firebat decides not to clear any boom bots here. I would imagine that he would have used the ooze and clear 1 bomb before playing his BGH into Twilight Drake, but he goes with this instead. Is there a good reason for doing this?
Sometimes I guess you just are afraid of the explosion. I don't know. Yeah, I like your move where you clear a boom bot. It's just like the taking medicine, right? Like, even if you don't do it on your turn, like, it's gonna explode. See, it still explodes here.
Ooh! 4 damage and 1 is enough to execute. Wow, if both bombs went for the face there, it would have been so different as well. And now, Firebat's in the same situation where there's a Deathbite equipped, you're kind of dying, and what do you do?
Yeah, you definitely want to play around Grom, right? But I guess it's not threatening lethal anyways, since until... Oh, no, it is, because Grom Cruel.
Right, yeah. So with Dr. Boom and with the taunts on the boom bot, that actually kind of stops it.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do. I don't think Firebat wants to use his antique heal bot yet until he drops the Molten Giant, so maybe that's like a play for next turn.
Well, here's a pretty good turn. I mean for Firebat, really, just taunted two things out. But D2, very troubling.
Yeah, very troubling. Even if you want to use the Whirlwind effect, what do? You punch Dr. Boom? No, that's... You might as well just punch the Boom bot if you want the Whirlwind effect.
Well,
it looks like...
The thing is, if you punch a Boom bot, you might be taking 9 damage.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's really sick. What do you do?
You YOLO rag him, right? You punch the Boom bot and you...
Oh, wait, what about Uber YOLO move, where you just go Sylvanas, punch the Boom bot, and hope the Boom bot explodes on your Sylvanas? And steal back the boom?
That is super crazy YOLO. I have no idea. 24/6/7.
I think D2 has to feel like he's in a very bad position in this game, right? Like, you know, what do you do here?
But if you don't drop Sylvanas, do you ever drop Sylvanas?
You might just be dead, right? Like, you're like so close to dying. Firebat has 11 damage on board. That's 2 turns lethal, so...
Ooh, another BGH pickup here. Sylvanas is going to come down, and we might even see a Sylvanas Shadow Flame so that he takes the creature back? Right?
Okay, what happens? Okay, so the first one...
No, they both die. So if Firebat attacks with everything, and then Sylvanas Shadow Flames, nothing actually happens. Right?
Wait, I think it doesn't work like that.
No, I think it works like that.
Because your
They both
Savant
die at the
starts
same time.
first from Shadow
No,
Flame.
no, it's the same time, right? Because you
same
destroy a
time?
minion,
Okay.
and yeah, it's the same time. So
Okay.
Sylvanas is gonna proc, steal the
you
Dr.
get it back,
Boom, but
so-
then the Sylvanas is just gonna take it back.
So yeah, it is irrelevant. No matter which one, it all works out the same.
So
And
it's a
this
10
is like
mana.
a way to
It's a 10
protect it.
mana silence and execute, right?
Yeah, exactly. It just protects, because he had no answer to Sylvanas, so he just had to protect himself from Sylvanas. A really nice move by Firebat.
Mm-hmm.
And now D2's in a really sick spot because he's basically threatening to die here.
Well, it's basically the same as last turn, right? Like nothing happened. You just took 11 damage to the face.
Yeah, it's the same as last turn, except now you don't have Sylvanas, and now well, it's not the same as last turn because you took like another beating. So,
Oh yeah.
took, like,
So let's see. The boom ball is gonna launch here. It's gonna deal 4 damage and
that
3
hurt.
damage. Oh no. Well,
That hurt.
that was
What do you do?
that's GG. Molten Shadow Flame is actually going to kill this, and the 2-2 is going to kill the slime. 7 damage for the win, and Firebat is going to take this game.
Yep. I guess this is just basically what happens. Like, D2 didn't really have a really smooth opening against all these giants and drakes. You know, a lot of
Right.
like he had to spend a disproportionate amount of resources to clear out the 8/8s and the 4/10s or whatever. So by the end, he just kind of ran out of steam and didn't really
Do you
have.
think he was kind of greedy though with one of the when he didn't use the execute on the giant and got hit by 8 by it?
Yeah,
Remember
that
what-
might have been
right?
a game-changing turn. We were both thinking
Yeah.
he would remove the giant, but it left up the giant and got silence. His Belcher got silence, and he really got punished for it. He
Yeah,
did
he
get
did
the
get-
kind of bait the owl, but his Sylvanas didn't really do anything. So
Mhm.